And welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have a weekend reading news for you. Obviously I might sound a little bit better, but I was not feeling well again this weekend. So I'm kind of like, I hate being sick, but I like it because then I can get lots of reading done. So I read 2 books this weekend and I want to share them with you. So the first book I read was Renegade by J.A. Souders. This is kind of like a dystopian book. It takes place in like this underwater world, and when I first saw this book and I kind of looked at the concept, I wasn't really fully paying attention because I thought this was like about mermaids, but really it's like literally like a world that they made underwater. So it's almost like, when I think of it, I thought of like Sandy from SpongeBob and how she lives under the water in her like house bubble thing, and like this is kind of what they live in, but it's like more of like a city, so it's kind of a lot bigger than just one little person's house. That made no sense, but if you got that, let me know. um so this girl, Evie, she's living there and she is the daughter of the people. So she is almost like the queen's daughter, except she's the daughter of the people. And the queen, her name is Mother. So she's kind of, I forgot what they called her. Not an empress. I don't know. But it's kind of like they're like queen and princess of the world. So she is like this daughter of the people. She's kind of been like adopted into this. Mother has claimed her as her daughter, and she has to find a suitor because only certain people are allowed to be coupled, which is kind of like marriage, and they are the only ones that are allowed to have kids. So she needs to find this suitor because she is the queen's daughter. And while this is all going on, she a I'm not explaining this the right way. What do they call them? Oh man. Surface dweller. A surface dweller, which is someone from the mainland, finds their way down into this place, and whenever a like surface dweller comes, like they are supposed to be immediately killed by enforcers because they do not trust them. The reason why they are living in this underworld is because people in the world, like up on the surface, were killing each other and destroying the world. So they created this land to kind of like escape it. And our main character, Evie, she has a really hard time remembering things. You find out why she doesn't remember things in this book, so I really don't want to spoil it too much. And the surface dweller comes, his name is Gavin, and she starts kind of finding her memories and finding out the truth about her world. I feel like that is, like, this book is really good, but I feel like it's really hard to explain and, like, put it into words about what it's really about. I kind of went into this without knowing anything about it. I bought it off Book Outlet because the cover is absolutely, like, gorgeous. So I bought it. I had no idea what it was about, so I kind of went into it without knowing much of anything. So it's kind of hard. I don't know. It's kind of really hard to put into words, but I did like it. I gave it 4 stars. The only reason why I couldn't give it 5 stars, I think, is because I wasn't as into it as I'd like to be, so I feel like I missed some things because I was reading this at the same time as watching Lifetime Movie Network because they had really good movies on this weekend. And so, like, for the first, like, half or, like, first 200 pages, maybe, I, like, was paying attention, but I wasn't fully paying attention, so I feel like I missed some things. But, like, the second half, I was totally, like, into the story, and I really liked it. So I'm assuming it's probably a closer to 5-star rating that I'm giving it. It's just, for me, my personal reading experience, it was a little bit less than that because I feel like maybe I missed some things. But I like the mystery. I like the dystopian being underwater. I thought that was kind of neat. And, like, the surface dwellers versus the underwater people. I thought it was really an interesting take. I believe this is going to be a trilogy. Book 2, Revelations, just came out last year, I believe. And then there's going to be a third one, which I don't know if they've talked about it or not yet. I tried to do some research, but I couldn't find anything about it. But yeah, I do recommend this book. I think it's a very interesting take on a dystopian. So, yeah, I liked this book. I don't know what else to say about it since I am so, like, confused at how to put words together today. The second book I read on Sunday, and that is The Sea of Monsters by Riordan. This is book 2 in the Percy Jackson series. I'm reading this slow. Like, I have all the books, but I don't want to read them all back to back because I want to be able to enjoy them both all individually and not blur their storylines together. So, that's why I didn't read this right after The Lightning Thief. But I liked this book. I gave it 4 stars as well. I didn't love it as much as I liked The Lightning Thief. There's a lot of action in this, and I liked the incorporation of like the different characters. Like Clarice gets involved, and you see more of the gods, and I really liked that. And the inclusion of Tyson, who reminded me a lot of Hagrid's brother from Harry Potter. I can't say his name to save my life, but he reminded me a lot of him, so I kind of liked his character. There's times when I liked his character, and there's times where I just was like, whatever. But the reason why I couldn't give it 5 stars is I felt like it was so rushed. This book is only 279 pages, I want to say. If that, yeah, 279. So I felt like it was like they were going so fast. Like, it would be like they were, I don't know, they're from New York, and they had to go to Florida. And it was like they fall asleep, and all of a sudden they're in Virginia. They fall asleep, and they're in Florida. And it's like, wait, what? Like, how did we get from point A to point B in the matter of like 2 pages? So it felt very rushed for me. But other than that, I really like the story, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. So yeah, those are the books that I read this weekend. I had a good reading weekend. I hope you guys had a really good reading weekend. Today, if you're from the States, it's Martin Luther King Day, so I don't have to go to work, which is nice. So I've been kind of like lounging around and reading, so hopefully I get some good reading done today because I just want to, because I have nothing else to do. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a really good week slash weekend, because it is only Monday. But yeah, I will see you guys really soon. Bye, everyone.